Before we get to the business of my finances, a special request to my son. The one I didn't know I had until it was too late.
Long lost son. Another one, Pa?
Well, is it possible he's talking about Ben?
I have no idea. But if he confided in anyone, it would be Nigel.
Is Renee right, Nigel? Do you know what Grandpa meant by his long-lost son?
I was not in Mr. Buchanan's presence when he composed this document.
Well, it can't be Ben. I mean, Ben's dead. So, I mean, it's gotta be somebody else, right?
Yeah, Court. Everyone here just heard it. I have no idea. We're all as surprised here in Texas as you Buchanans are in London. I will as soon as I hear anything. You take care, son. Bye-bye.
Is it possible great-grandpa didn't mean son literally? I mean, he did leave the ranch to Chuck. Maybe he meant like a son.
Yeah, good old Chuck. He's getting lucky all over the place.
It was an actual biological son he's talking about. It couldn't have been mine.
Might I suggest that we hear what else Mr. Buchanan has to say on the matter?
All right, how about you stop gabbing long enough to hear what I'm leaving this son you know nothing about. It's an envelope, and what's in it is strictly for him. I'm entrusting it to Nigel. He'll know what to do with it when the time is right.
We really have another uncle?
All I can tell you is that everyone will be enlightened when, as Mr. Buchanan said, the time is right.
He totally knows who it is.
Yeah. Come on, Nigel, give it up.
Nigel. Asa can't do anything to you now. I want you to tell me the name of my long-lost brother.
For better or for worse, if Asa fathered a long-lost child, I want to know who it is. Not later, now. I deserve to know. Everyone in this room deserves to know.
Well, Nigel?
I'm sorry. Mr. Buchanan entrusted this envelope to me for some reason, and I intend to follow his instructions about when to reveal whatever is inside it.
That ought to do it then. Oh, and by the way, that is not the only thing Asa left Nigel here.
So, for all of Nigel's years of faithful service, and I tell you, did he go above and beyond for me and mine. So I'm going to give him the keys to my yacht, the Jeb Stewart. And also, for a kicker, the deed to my tropical island, St. Blazes. Enjoy.
Asa obviously wanted it this way, Nigel.
And it's not surprising, darling Nigel. You spent more time on that island with Asa than any of us.
Well, that's only because he was dodging, you know. Excuse me.
Yes. Wow. Asa sure did reward loyalty, didn't he?
Yes, he's a very giving man.
Seems to run in the family.
Can I call Dad?
No,
Please?
not yet, honey. No.
I gotta tell him he has another brother.
Slow down, kiddo, because we don't actually know anything.
All right, I'm gonna go try him. I'll be right back.
Do you suppose someone should have counseled Asa on birth control?
Yeah. Obviously, they didn't.
So, do we think this is real? I mean, could be his imaginary son.
Now, Pa was sharp as a tack right to the end, so I'm convinced that this will was written, witnessed, and signed exactly the way Asa Buchanan wanted it.
So, I suppose the mysterious son will stay a mystery until Nigel feels the time is right.
Oh, thank God Dorian's not here.
Oh, God, she would have gone crazy.
She She would have knocked Nigel to the floor.
And ripped the letter right out of his hands.
Oh, I should have, and I wanted to. It's just that... Well, first of all, you and Rex and Blair have not exactly been seeing eye to eye because of what happened with Todd's baby.
Hey, hold the phone. We're talking about Marcy's baby here.
Roxy, cool it, okay?
And Todd and Blair are now off looking for the baby. And that left me in charge of Star and Jack. And then, of course, there's this whole situation with Clint.
Clint? What situation with Clint?
Roxy!
She brought it up. Mom, what's going on?
Oh, it's nothing. He just went down to Texas for the reading of Ace's will. And Nora went with him.
Just the two of them?
No, not just the two of them. The whole family went. It's just that lately Nora has been...
He's on your man like spots on a dice.
No! Though Clint is very attractive.
I'll say.
And you are not jealous in the least, are you?
I called down there last night, and Nora answered Clint's cell phone. Oh, yes, she made a big point of the fact that they were working late together.
And you know, Nora's not getting any lately. So I would be worried, honey. I would be really worried.
Bourbon neat. Isn't that how you take it?
Yes, thank you. I was going to wait until all this is over, but I've just found out I have a long-lost brother, so here's to him.
Yeah.
I love Grandpa. I just don't understand why we don't have a right to know who our uncle is.
Nigel looked worried.
What does he have to be worried about?
Well, that this new Buchanan could come into the scene like I did and make big trouble.
Wow. So Asa had another son.
Yeah, which means I have another uncle. Assuming it's true.
Sarah, would you excuse us?
Sure.
Jared, I have something I want to show you.
There's nothing but dirt in here.
Oh, wasn't nothing but dirt to Asa. I found that out when I tried to throw it away once. Ooh, he had a fit, roared like a bull. Woman, you know what that is? Then he told me it's the first fistful of dirt that he dug before he laid ground for this ranch. And he also told me that you can never fully enjoy what you have unless you never forget where you came from.
Wow. Well, thank you for showing this to me.
That was the story of his life. The man he became from a man who had nothing. I knew that you would appreciate that.
I do. More than you know. Thank you.
Excuse me, I just want to make certain that everyone is comfortable. Do you all have everything you need?
We're nifty, Nigel.
Okay, then. Back to business, folks.
Okay. Here's the part you all been waiting for. I've saved the best for last.
Has it occurred to you that your granddaddy might be using his money to mess with our heads?
No. Really? Just because he gave the ranch hand the ranch, the ex-daughter-in-law the mansion, and the butler the yacht?
Well, I don't know, but I'm just totally creeped out waiting to see who got what.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, that so far all the big-ticket items haven't gone to anyone in the family.
You know what's interesting? Is that you think that we can't see right through you.
Let's get on with it, then. Shall we?
As you all know, the bulk of my estate is wrapped up in the company I built from scratch, Buchanan Enterprises. And you also know how much BE meant to me. So now it's time for you to hear what I plan to do with my money. And in regards to that money, I leave to each and every one of you exactly nothing.